Okay, different location. We are going to run trains, I promise. And now this is ridiculous. All right, guys. So it's an internet provider from me across the room. So if it does keep on cutting out, I'll postpone the stream to a different day. I'm really sorry for all of this. You know, yeah, Heath, it's been bad connection and then overheating. The attic was just too hot, but we are running trains, I promise. They're actually in my boxes, and Heath, this is actually more of your speed of the trains I'm about to run. And if anyone on the channel, I've never ran these trains on a Monday Runday before. So it is kind of an interesting episode. I mean, we always, and hopefully you guys can hear me pretty well. How's the audio coming in? I'm just using the MacBook Pro for the audio. If it's coming through the camera, I hope it's not, because the camera's not the best, but we got Don from Don's Trains. How you doing? How's it going, buddy? Oh, actually, Don, if you're still, oh, there it goes. All right, it was buffering. So, Don, if you like, I can show you the oldest train in my entire collection. It's actually here in our living room. And yeah, all good stuff happened. That's true. It's much cooler down here. I got a big chair to sit on. I just moved all my editing stuff out of the way. The video's cutting in and out. Okay, so is it working better? Hopefully it's better. Use the desk. No, I was actually on the desk. Today I've got a tutorial coming out for you guys. It's about wiring up LEDs. I wired up a Conrail caboose, finally, with the correct LEDs I've always wanted in there. So, all right, it seems like it's starting to die down with the buffering and all of that. So, but yeah, anyone watching the replay, this is not usually the location of the live stream. I apologize. Usually we're up in the studio, a train room studio, workshop, all that stuff. Not as choppy. Okay, seems better. We'll give it a chance. I blame Comcast. So, like I said, I think it was a mix between hardware and the router. So, for some reason, the water is a lot colder down here too. I should put ice cubes in it. Thank you. Thanks, Nikki. I could pretend I'm running Lionel trains. I have old transformer knobs. I can just sit here and do one of these. I believe this is your power one. This is your whistle. And this goes to an old train master. I found these in a box. I gave some trains to a friend of mine this weekend. And I think I was supposed to restore one of these, but I left the knobs in a different box. He opened up. He's like, oh, I think these are yours. He's like, they have a big L on them. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm a loser. So got two double L's right here. No, it doesn't stand for loser. It stands for Lionel. So, oh, geez. Blame the ISP. Yeah, exactly. Like we pay our bills. We have great internet here. For the most part, my phone works off the internet. So, yeah. Hey, Lewis, how's it going? Sorry. And hey, Nikki, Lewis says hi as well.
Hi, Lewis.
She said hi. I don't know if you can hear her. God, my brain's all messed up. So, so guys, today, ladies and gents of the live stream, TW maybe. It's the 1950s one. It's in a black box with a silver top, and it has a green light. Might have a circuit breaker in it. I don't like putting those in. But yeah, it sounds familiar. TW does sound familiar. It's buffering again. There it goes. Now it's back. All right, so the internet's seems to be getting better, because it just buffered really quick, and now it's back. Work Runday. Hey, Lewis, thank you so much for stopping by, bud. I'll see all trains. And I know some people in the chat run smaller stuff. So anyone out there watching the replay, I'm usually an O scale, O gauge. I can't really call it O scale. I get in trouble. So I have to say O27 toy trains, all that stuff. Anything runs on 3 rails, I'm all over it. So I have to put that out there. Some people get offended if I say O scale because it's not really scale. I like toy trains and stuff. Sorry, I'm reading through some of the comments. Wow. Perth, Australia. That's awesome. Oh, the EU. Okay, so, all right, I'll rephrase it. Heath is getting smart over here. 3 rails, the American 3 rail. There we go. Sometimes I do 2 rail, which you guys are about to see. So over here on the desk, or not on my coffee table today, you can see I've been editing too. This is all my editing crapola. It's like cables and headphones, and you guys know the drill. All my content creator friends, and if anyone's ever tried editing a video, you know it's you gotta find a nice comfy spot to do it in. So anyways, today on the coffee table, you guys are going to see my, I guess, one half of my N scale collection. The other half is upstairs in the studio. So this is all the stuff I wanted to bring to Altoona, and I actually did bring it to Altoona. And you guys are going to see my portable travel rail box, and it's actually coffee table layout. Yeah, this is a pretty big coffee table. It's like I don't know, it's 2x4. It's marble top, good stuff. So this is a Cato girder bridge. Altoona. Hey, Altoona. No, well, Al the Tuna is part of their minor league baseball team, the Altoona Curve, which I realized they're not called the Curves. I think they're just called the Altoona Curve, which is, you think they'd be called the Curves, but no. But their mascot is a tuna named Al. So ha, ha, ha. But we did see him on the field, and you guys, if you watch the roller coaster video I put out of the Skyliner roller coaster, second to last time going on the roller coaster, you get to see Al the tuna. It's pretty cool. I mean, I like baseball. Minor league stuff's pretty cool too.
It's not Al the tuna. It's just Al.
Oh, it's Al. It's not even Al the tuna. It's just Al tuna. So, ha ha ha. All right, enough cheap laughs. All right, guys. So this is an entire loop of track, transformer, and track lock on. And if I really felt like it, I could shove an entire set or a consist of cars and a locomotive in here. And this is something I built myself, and I'm debating on making these and selling them as kits. I really am. They'd be kind of expensive. I think they would be around, well, parts are going to kill me in the price. As you guys know, this track, Cato track, it's not the cheapest track in the world, but it is great stuff compared to the Bachmann Easy Track that I've been using my entire life. But yeah, exactly. So yeah, never mind. I can't read it. I'm going to do my sales pitch first, guys. So give me a chance here. But this is a traveling train layout. So pretty soon, I'm going to start taking this with me on railfan sites. You know, those times when you're sitting there and waiting for a train to come by. Well, why wait? I mean, you could be playing with a train. You could be running this. You could put this in your backpack. A lot of us YouTubers carry backpacks full of our camera stuff and extra food and drinks when we're out filming. But this weighs about 2 pounds or so, and by the time you put everything in it and there's a battery in here, you're ready to roll. So let me go through this whole kit really quick, and we're going to use this to run our trains tonight without a transformer, without any wires. plugged into the wall. So we're going to open this up. Here, let me get the camera in here. Whoops. All right. Uh-oh, we're drifting. All right, let's clamp her down. Oh, there we go. Let me bring you guys in. Catzilla will bop the trains. Yeah, she will bop. She likes bopping the N scale. Let me bring you guys up. Is that good? All right. So in this box, yeah, trains to go. Exactly. Lunchbox size. This is actually a waterproof hiking case. It's weatherproof, they said, but I like the case. It was pretty cheap on Amazon. It's from All Weather Products. They make like hiking gear and stuff. So here we go. We're going to open her up. And let's build our track. Let me move this remote. The cat discipline bottle. All right. So in here we've got. Here we go. And we move this off. These are all the cars and stuff. I don't know what that was. You guys will get to see all of these in the box. Exactly. Heath is correct. Waterproof until I drill holes in it. Uh-oh. There's a cat. Nikki, you might have to grab her. So, cat's on the way over, guys. I'm kind of nervous for this, but... All right, so we have exactly one oval worth of track. And if you guys ever mess with Kato or Kato, I've always been told it's called Kato, but a lot of my scale friends, they call it Kato. So let's just go with Kato today. These just easily snap together. So we're going to get 1/2 Army disposals have Army lunch. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, maybe it's where they got the idea from. All right. You can see they put in a O-ring in here. So this was a watertight box until I drilled 3 holes in it. Kato. Huh. There's Catzilla. Nikki, I need you to get her away. Here's the most important tool of them all. For you small scalers out there, this is a re-railer, and this will help with putting your cars and engines on the track because my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. Yeah, because Gemma will bop the trains.
It's her favorite hobby.
It's her favorite thing to do when I run this train set. There we go. All right, guys, let's get this other half set up. All right, so here's the thing. Move the box to the middle of our little setup here. So here is our lock-on track, our power track. And if you guys have ever seen this stuff before, the lock-on slips underneath, and you get the 2 leads that come out. So I wired them up to a banana jack. These are like stereo jacks or testing banana jacks right here. So here we go. And what we do, for now I'm going to plug the red into the red and the black into the black. Now when I built this, my dad's like, well, how do you reverse the train? I'm like, well, you just switch the plugs. And he's like, oh, right. All right, so let's get creative. Let's add. All right, so I bought a bunch of these. Yeah, these are great. Lionel transformers and MTH transformers use banana jacks on the back, the more modern ones, so it works really well with testing cables and stuff. So you don't have to deal with alligator clips hanging on to like a thread. I bought another set of these in Altoona because of the bridge. If I add in the little girder bridge, which does fit in here, you have to put it in sideways like that. I forgot. See, this is equal to 3. Like one bridge is equal to 3 of the Kato pieces. Talking about cat. Oh yeah, here's the charger cable for the battery. So there's enough room in there for that as well. I also threw in a screwdriver, which I got at Ye Old Train Shop in Pennsylvania. They were giving these out for free. And these are great because this screwdriver fits my contacts for the little circuit card, potentiometer circuit card. All right, let's see. Got all these other pieces. Huh. So did you guys see the green lights? When I opened up the box, the green lights were on. So that means this battery has been on since I got home from Altoona. 2 weeks ago now? So that's interesting. So I left the battery on. That's great. All right, there's 1, 2, 3. And let's connect these. All right. Get this piece here. And put this in like that. Whoops. Breaking stuff. All right. And then we need, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. All right. All right, guys. There's our loop. And what we do now, we take the battery, which is really like a USB charger. I think it's like 8 volts, 12 volt, what's it? 11.1 volts out, 3 amp hours. And you charge it at 12.6 volts. That's the power pack. So what we do is that we take this plug right here and plug that into here like that. We turn the power on, and then we close this up. And the red light on top means we have power. That's my on-off switch. And we find a train. So what would you guys like to see first, a diesel or a steam engine? Let you guys decide on this one. Steam is life. Hey, Shade the Awesome, how's it going? Got to make one of these now. All right, everyone's saying Steam. Okay. And like I said, this is not our normal scheduled programming. So this is a Mikado. You guys can barely even see it. Let me turn on the light on the camera. Where is it? I got to get brighter. There we go. So, of course, it's a Pensi, and yeah, it's a Mikado. So it's a model power. Let me turn the light off. All right. I've got another one of these. I got a mountain engine on the bar in the corner. Fancy case. Yeah, model power used to do that. Come on, rerailer. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this thing has like a million little wheels and everything and stuff hanging off. All right, here's the moment of truth. Let's see what direction it's going to go in. Oh, all right, I switched the polarity on here. You do that by just switching the banana jacks. And here we go. And we're off. There we go. And that's full speed ahead. All right, let's get some cars hooked up to her. Cool. And I haven't charged this battery in 2 weeks now because we were in Altoona 2 weeks ago now. So, and the battery was left on by mistake. The last time I used this was actually on the footbridge going across Norfolk Southern from the Altoona Works. And we ran it on the footbridge. It's pretty cool. All right, let's get some, here, let's hook up some, we'll give her some passenger cars here. These are older Atlas passenger cars that came with the GG1, except the GG1 is kind of messed up. Uh-oh. There's trouble on the floor. Oops. Let's see if that.
She was doing good. She's in the middle of the floor.
We all know the cat wants to bop the trains.
That's all she's after. She wants to bop them.
There was a guy on Amtrak train running an N-scale Amtrak on the train. Yeah, Heath, I do have a GG1 and N-scale. It just does not operate well at all. It needs a lot of it needs weight. I think it needs weight added to it on top of just a full cleaning and new traction tires. But I think these are from the 80s. Just by the look of the plastic and everything used on them. Either that or early 90s. All right, so let's see. Oh, we derailed. There we go. Oh. Don't you do it. Don't do it. No. No. Oh. Take the re-railer off. See, guys, I'm a definite O-scale guy. I have no idea what I'm doing with this. Oh. Yeah, she's gonna bop the trains. I know it. All right, here, Nikki, move that way for a second.
Show me them up there. Show me bop.
So this is going around pretty well. It's got enough power for it to fly. So I'll get you guys down lower so you can see the engine up and close. So here, which way should we go? Let's see. Here, let's bring you guys. Give me a second. I gotta mess with the camera really quick, or the camera legs. Oh, the sound. Yeah, it's got the little motor in it. It sounds like a dental motor. I'm trying to get this tripod to fold down, but there we go. And I got one more. Whoops. All right. There we go. Nice and close. God, this is so weird. There we go. These trains are so small. How do you guys do it? Get it going across the bridge. I gotta get even lower than that. There we go. Here, we'll real fan it. Yeah, I struggle with N scale too. Like I said, I'm an O scale, O gauge guy, and this is great. Yeah, the box is a clear blue. I give up for a few months. Yeah, I've been in that phase before. I was actually talking to an O scale guy for like the first time ever. I actually sent one of my trains to a repair specialist last week because he had parts. And I told him, I was like, I can do the fixing myself. I can do all the repairs on my own. I just need parts. And he's like, no, don't worry about it. I'll do it. That's just like, oh, God. I trust him. Apparently, he went to school for Lionel to be a repair mechanic or a repair technician. I mean, like, that's pretty cool. But I've got a whole box of projects upstairs. Some of it, when we get train shows back and rolling around this area of town, I'll be able to fund some of those projects, you know. Yeah, it is all part of the fun. I was actually fixing a friend of mine's HO stuff the other day. It's completely new to me. It's like parts are so small, and I have to remember everything's in DC. You know, like this train's running off DC. Whoa. All right. So I'll throw on a diesel, then we'll go back to steam a little bit later, I promise. Because the mountain engine over there is definitely worth running for you guys. So, and these guys can crawl. I mean, look at this. Get it really crawling. Look at this. Oh, Heath. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you on Friday, hopefully. And I'll watch the replay of the show from tonight. But yeah, it's so crazy. This battery can actually power this guy to be crawling. I don't think we can go any slower than that. What do you think? Oh. Nope. Right about there. Oh. Nope. There we go. Marklin HO, which is all AC. Is that the European HO stuff? I'm going to get this guy to bring the engine back around. All right. It says German. Hey, Brian Rock, how's it going? Yeah, German trains are cool. They do a lot of garden railway stuff from what I've seen, and they have a lot of really cool, like, interesting looking engines over there. But they definitely know what they're doing. So let's move in this. You might have missed the engine crawling. I had her crawling around the layout here. Well, this is in the layout, but you guys know what I mean. All right. Oh, we derailed somewhere. Uh-oh. Still hot where I live right now. Yeah, same here. I think that's why we're having so many internet issues. The computer possibly overheated, and then it was a mess. Oops. We good? Good? Yeah, we're good. Re-railed. All right, let's get a diesel out here. This is only half the collection. I have some other pieces of motive power upstairs. I'll put this in the frame so you guys can get something cool to look at while I pick out another engine. It's so cool. Like, this is like really close to being a K4. If it had that square boiler or square firebox, yeah, it's firebox from here back, it would have been a K4 because it's literally a 4.6.2. So I don't know what they were thinking on that one, but it's a Mikado. Well, actually, is it a Hudson or a Mikado? I'm not sure. I believe it's a Mikado. All right, so let's get, where is it? Here we go. Should be cooler tonight. Yeah, I hope so. It's a really hot day. I think is today the first day of summer. I think it's the first day of summer. Only 115 in the shade. Jeez. All right, guys. This is a diesel Mini Trix K4. Yeah, K4 is one of my favorite steam engines ever made. It's actually the state locomotive of Pennsylvania, along with the famous GG1 and all that stuff. This engine here, I'll turn on the camera light so you guys can see better. This is an Alco. I forgot the exact. What is it? The exact model of it, but I believe it is an Alco, and they're really similar to the RS3s and all that stuff, or RS-2s. So yeah, it's still a cab forward, or sorry, high nose cab. Jeez, I'm losing it, guys. I'm sorry. It's a high nose. I love high nose locomotives, so I picked this one up. This is actually a 1970s MRC 8 or N scale locomotive, and it makes a little bit of a cranky noise, but I mean it's a great looking loco. It has a lot of pulling power. And it likes to fly too. Yeah, she's a little loud, but I think it's a great runner. Works really well. Hey, Ken, how's it going? Oh, okay. You guys see the cat? She's ready to bop the train here. She's behind the box. She's right there. I hope she doesn't bop the train. I really don't want her to do that. Yeah, I like the red hood on here. These have tons and tons of detail. You guys see all the drivers and things. The pilots move on freely, and also the trailing. It also moves on its own. And the coupler up front, is it a dummy coupler? Nah, well, you might be able to use that for KD couplers. I'm not sure, but I believe it's an ornamental front coupler on there. Max Light Rail and Portland Streetcar are closed down right now. Oh, geez. Yeah, it's crazy. So the light rail near us, we have a light rail in Baltimore City. Oh. She's really trying to get the train. Seriously? Try to get her away. Do you guys know why your light rail is shut down over there? But the light rail that goes through Baltimore City is actually on an old Pennsylvania Railroad line. And where it would have gone into Pennsylvania Station or Penn Station, it veers off and goes into the city right in the middle of the street. So it's very interesting. So we're going to keep this engine on. I'm going to change out the cars. Here's one last look at all the passenger cars. Oh, I forgot. This one's a combo car. What's it say on there? Sometimes. Oh, it's a mail combo car. So it says it right here, United States Mail in here. And they actually have one of these cars up in Altoona we saw. So that's pretty cool. It kind of connects the dots. And then here's a observation coach. And I think the first car is just a coach as well. So let me go. I got to make it go around one more time. I'm going to pick up the cars and put them I'll set them out here in the yard. All right. And thank you all for the likes. I just saw someone hit the like. That really does help push the videos through and everything. So thank you guys for your support. Oops, there we go. Here, I'll set them out like this. There's the end of that one. And I'll do that so you guys can still see the cars when we're running other things. Let's see. Let's get some freight cars on here. What do you think of cities building monorail lines? Honestly, I think it would be safer to have a monorail than it would to have an underground subway, because Baltimore City has a subway. I've only ridden it like twice, and it wasn't the most pleasurable experience. It's kind of scary because Baltimore has a reputation for high crime. But cities like New York, that's how you get around. You take the subway, or when I went overseas to England, everyone takes the tube, which is their underground railway system, and it's efficient and mostly safe. But I've ridden monorails before in cities like Seattle. They have the I'm going to call it ornamental monorail that takes you to basically the World's Fair Plaza where the Space Needle is. I think it was cool, but I think it would look more futuristic if we had monorails. But yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. Monorails are pretty awesome. All right, let's get some freight cars on here. So where is it? Aha! So this car here, I know it's a Penn Central. As you guys can see, this is my adapter car. So on one side, we have the box coupler. Don't exactly know the correct term on those. And then on the other side, I have a KD coupler, or one of these smaller couplers. There we go. Kind of see it right there. So what the guy at the train store told me to do is and it wasn't a sales pitch. I mean, he was being genuine and honest. He's like, look, if you buy a Bachmann car, it comes with both style couplers. So what you do is this. If you have a train that has only that plastic box coupler on there, you put this on. There it goes, re-railer. We'll hook that up to our engine. Now let me pull this back here. So if I have cars that only have this KD style coupler on it, I now can run the cars that are KD style couplers without having to change out all my couplers to all my locomotives and things. So I just use an adapter car like this guy right here, hooked up to this guy. There we go. Would you ever have any track switches for the N scale? It's not a bad idea. Right now, this is just a travel loop, but in the future, if I do come up with an N scale layout, yes, it sounds awesome. But I've heard, off and on that if you have switches, it helps to add weight to your cars. That helps your trucks not jump over the switches and things like that. Same thing in O scale. Like we have issues with, certain truck styles, or certain switches will throw the train off, or if you have traction tires, all that stuff, So I'm going to get into these cars. These are my favorite box cars of the little collection I have. And I just picked all these up. Oh no. It's a Penn Central falling down. Oh man, I'm gonna see if I can re-rail this without using the re-railer. I'm on live and I can't re-rail a train. Oh, I did it. Okay, cool. So these are Conrail, as you guys can see. They'll come back around. Oh, this one's still off, I think. Oh, there we go. We're on. Move the train up a little bit. All right. So these are Conrail beer cars. If you look at the print, I think it says beer or refrigerated insulated beer cars. So that's a whole lot of beer. And the thing is, I not only have one or two. Whoops. Rerailer failed me right there. Whoops. I have to put these on a straightaway. But I actually have 3 of these beer cars. All right, where's the other one at? Here it is. Look at that. All right. And we move the train up again. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out the rerailer here. I'm just going to push these down carefully. Carefully again. All right, we're on. And then this one here. Oops. This truck fell off. There we go. All right, now we're all connected. Hopefully it meets up to the Penn Central. Nope. All right. Yeah, this is totally a different beast. Like I've said, this entire stream, this is completely different than what we normally do on this channel. But they are trains, and it is a Monday run day, and we are running trains. All right. So there we go. And to complete this consist of cars, we cannot forget a caboose. Most important car of them all. Oops. Oh, come on. Here we go. Nope. It says no. Oh, wait, did we get it? We got it. We won't get drunk on that amount of beer. You'll need bigger cars. There's 60-foot beer cars. Well, I guess in this, yeah, I know what you mean. I'm sorry. If we were like yay high, yeah, that's a lot of beer. But right now, yeah, that's like a shot. Like all these would equal like not even a shot of beer. Hey, Conrail. Hey, look, Conrail, meet Conrail. Welcome. I'm earning MTH ST70 Mac BNSF Vomit Bonnet. Wow, I'll have to check out what that looks like. That sounds crazy. Oh, man. Yeah, that would be cool to do like a siding. It would be really cool. All right, let's run these guys around a couple times. We'll switch out the engine. We'll keep this consist of cars. There we go. Get it going across the bridge. Hey, Randall, how's it going, buddy? Hey, Randall, I went to a train shop Saturday. It was on Saturday, and they had a whole section of rivet counter stuff. And I know you're always in the channel talking about your rivet counter collection. I mean, those are beautiful pieces. It was so cool to see what you're collecting and stuff like that. So it really connected the dots. And it was all HO stuff. It was awesome. Crash Edition. I've got another Penn Central car in here. I've got this guy right here. I forgot what they called this. Covered gondola, I believe. Hey, Mile High, how's it going? Yeah, so for anyone coming into the chat, in the show, welcome. And so usually we run O scale, O gauge on this channel, but the internet service was so bad up in the attic. I think it was just so hot, the computer couldn't keep up, and it was like freezing up my computer and all that. So now we're downstairs in the awesome air conditioning. So for anyone coming in, welcome. We're running N scale tonight. A little bit change of pace. There we go. Scale trains, rivet counter. Yeah, they didn't have any locomotives that actually I'm not sure if they did or not. If they had locomotives, but they had cars, and man, they were gorgeous pieces. It was like $35 or so a car. It was pretty cool. Thanks, Randall. Yeah, this is the traveling set. And I've got a bunch of other pieces to show you guys and run. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Yeah, Matt saw this run in Altoona on the station overpass. It's pretty cool. Will we see a crash tonight? I hope not. These are kind of expensive for what they are. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Yeah, I can make them go fast. And for anyone watching too, there is what was it? Oh, I'm sorry. Lost a train of thought. This is actually being powered with a battery, so I don't have this plugged into the wall. This is all a portable setup I built, and I actually featured it on the channel. If you guys would like to know how to build one of these on your own or something similar, definitely check out that video. I'm thinking about selling these. If anyone's interested in purchasing one, or, if you would be interested in, just send me an email. I'll try to make one or something like that. I'm not too sold on making them quite yet. Got to work out some other things, but so far so good. I'm still in the testing phases of it. Real fan Roger, this is different. Yeah, those rivet counter cars were amazing. They're really cool. Mile High's got a bunch of N scale packed away under the O scale. Yeah, that's where this stuff usually is. Misfits Kato. Sweet. Rail fan, this is N scale. And we're doing this because the attic was just too hot tonight, and it was just making everything kind of glitch out and go haywire. So we are down in the nice cold living space, running some trains. All right, let's switch out this engine. And this is an Alco. I've got a thing for high nose locomotives, or old school diesel locomotives. There we go. There, put that there. Sweet. Let's grab how many more engines do I have? I've got 3 more engines before I have to go rummaging around upstairs. So we'll just go through them and stuff like that. Yeah, high hoods. Yeah, they're my favorite. I was gonna run this guy. We'll do something different than this guy. We'll wait for him. Yeah, these are crazy, crazy tiny. But Matt, this is the beer train. This is the all the brown Conrail cars are full of beer. All right, so let's do this. All right, I believe that's on. All right, that's all coupled up. All right, next. Yeah, the train for ants. That reminds me of if you guys have ever seen Zoolander. He flips out. He's like, a city for ants? How could children learn how to read if they can't even fit in the building? It's one of my favorite quotes of that movie. And he was talking about the model for the Center for Children That Can't Read Good. I believe that's what it's called. Such a crazy movie. All right, guys. So this These are F units. I believe these are Bachmann Spectrums from the early 2000s. I know they're definitely Bachmans, but I think they're Spectrums. These are the Spectrums that I have. It's an A powered unit and also a B powered unit. And for anyone new to locomotives and trains, the reason why we call it a B unit, it's powered, but it doesn't have a cab like this. You know, there are controls in here. If you ever look inside of a B unit, you can control it manually, but usually they're hooked up through wires and comms and things like that, so they can power both units while operating in the hood of the A unit. And I think these are I want to say they're F3s. And the F, I found out, stands for, I think it stands for 1400 horsepower, I believe. And then the E stood for 1800 horsepower. So I heard that through the grapevine. I'll have to look up that. But I do remember hearing about that. And then apparently the NW stood for like 900 horsepower. So just little like terms, things like that. Not exactly sure if that's true. F7 or 8, something like that. Yeah, it's a beautiful train, old school train. But these guys, is it off the track already? Yeah, there we go. These are both powered. So these guys have a lot of power. They got that traditional Bachmann growl. All their stuff growls. And yes, I still have the coffee. They're still good. I'm more of a Pensy fan, but it's just like one of those things, like, because I'm too old for like the golden age of railroading, you know, Conrail, I think it looks pretty cool. You know, I wasn't a huge fan of New York Central. I'm still not really a huge fan of New York Central. I'm more of a Pensy guy, but it's all part of railroading history when it comes down to it. Like, I don't hate them. I just don't have any New York Central stuff. But Conrail, a lot of my YouTube family, as I call them, they kind of got me into Conrail. So I enjoy it. It's pretty cool. All right, Matt, sounds good. We'll be here for a little bit. Railfan Roger, I'll be heading to Strasbourg soon, in the next couple days. Yeah, I should be there in a few weeks with a couple of. I'm not going to name any names, but they're good friends of mine. Used to watch Conrail go through Worcester when I was growing up. Yeah, I totally missed Conrail. I'm a '90s kid, so I loved the opportunity to see rolling Conrail and Penn Central stuff. But now, when I go out rail fanning and stuff, I like seeing the old Conrail painted cars, things like that. It's a lot of fun. Oh God, I can barely afford the American N scale stuff, and now it's like, you know. Yeah, guys, I was born too late. Honestly, like I miss Pennsylvania, I miss Penn Central, I miss Conrail, all my local heroes, CNO, BNO. I grew up around the Baltimore and Ohio territory, so a lot of BNO around where I was, and we still see some Chessie stuff here and there. We see the old Chessie Cat logo spray painted over a lot, or it's interesting. Like I have another YouTube friend that he goes rail fanning close to his house, and he actually saw an entire ballast train with the old. I think they're the 3,200 foot long rail trains that carry the welded steel for the rails. It still had the Chessie Cat on the side, so that's pretty cool. Bright line, Bill, the rail line, northeast in there. I'm not exactly sure who Brightline is. Are they down in Florida? I forgot what they. I've heard of that before. I'm just not sure where they are. Hey Don, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll send you some. I'll send you some photos of the train up on the wall really quick. I can't take it down right now. I'm babysitting this train set right now. But thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, I've seen a ton of Conrail hoppers. They look so cool. Usually they're the black or the brown Conrail hoppers. And then while we were up in Altoona and the Horseshoe Curve video I did, we actually found some Conrail hoppers. We saw Lehigh Valley box cars. God, what else did we see? We saw a Conrail auto carrier or auto train. A lot of rail box stuff, like a lot of old school cars. California to Vegas. Wow, yeah, that'd be really cool. I mean, I wish they had a railroad. I wish we had an Amtrak to Vegas. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see. I'm gonna run. Yeah, it was an auto rack, and it had the old brown Conrail, just like this logo, right there. So we get these guys to crawl as well. There we go. Yeah, the infrastructure plan, not trying to get political on the channel. We don't want any of that here. But the infrastructure plan had a bunch of new Conrail, not Conrail, Amtrak. I'm sorry, guys. A bunch of new Amtrak routes that went from Harrisburg to Scranton, which would be really, really nice because then I could go to Steamtown all the time. Had another one proposed to go to Vegas off of, I forgot what line it was, but it's all part of this infrastructure plan that's going to be completed like in 7 years or something. It's one of those things like it would be nice to have an Amtrak to Vegas. It'd be nice to have an Amtrak to Scranton, but it's just the logistics of it and everything. It's like I'm not sure how it's going to work. Can you run that steam locomotive like Strasburg if possible? I don't have a way to hook it up because the front coupler is ornamental. I'm really sorry about that. Just like this guy up front, it's just a little ornamental coupler. Bright line go to Scranton PA2. I'm not sure. Let's get some other. Here, I'm going to swap out the. Let's see. I'll run around one more time. I'm going to grab the locomotives. I'm going to plug in the little Alco we have here. 7 years, close to 10 years. Yeah, easily. It would just be awesome to catch an Amtrak from Scranton, or to Scranton. Bringing so much more commerce. I mean, it's a nice little town. I enjoy it not only because of Steamtown, but there's a lot to see around there. There's a lot of history, especially with Scranton had a lot of steel working. A lot of railroads used Scranton rail. It's pretty cool. The way they are doing now. Yeah, I'm still upset. Like I said, it's not a political thing. I'm still very upset that Amtrak did not do anything to get a GG1 in any sort of operating order for the 50th, and now it's kind of like they painted a bunch of their GE engines to a heritage paint scheme rather than trying to fix up something that would get people to actually come out and support Amtrak. Like they totally missed it. And Amtrak actually posted a video today. And I'm not trying to be like, a keyboard warrior or a troll, but I commented on it saying, here, I'm going to find my phone and I'm going to read you guys what I wrote because it's basically like it was their PR guy and it was like saying, hey, here's the PR guy of Amtrak. And I wrote, should have restored a GG1 for the 50th. I put a dash and I said, like, really? And I wrote ... And someone else wrote, he said, do you mean restore an operation because all GG1s have cracks in the frames and had PCBs in the transformers? And I wrote a very nice comment back because I wasn't trying to like be mean or anything. I just said, I understand that, but every restoration has its setbacks. It just would have been truly amazing to see one run. And I said, us youngsters missed out on the golden age of railroading. So, and I was being as positive as I could. It's just really sad, NYC to Scranton, wow. 9-foot excavator buckets. Take back east. Oh, God. Have a great day. I don't think it's night over there. It sounds like it's daytime, but thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, man. NJ, New Jersey Transit. There we go. I'm not sure if they rode the Scranton. All right, let's get this. It's another Alco. Let's get him running around. This is a Kato. This is actually the smoothest running diesel I have. Can barely hear it. Till you crank it, but so smooth. I think I'm actually hearing the motor reverberate off the track and go through the marble because you hear this more than the engine itself. Pretty amazing. Yeah, exactly. And I was going to say Amtrak is, I believe it's government funded. It's federally funded. I forgot what it's like, but or how it's set up as a business. But I am aware that a lot of steam engine projects have a lot more setbacks than an electric locomotive, other than structural stuff. But even if they just took the body and put it on a new frame, because they'd have to put roller bearings on it anyways to make it modern, like holding strong for 50 years. Yeah. like I said, I'm not trying to like get anyone upset. It's just it's one of those things. Like if they can restore a K4 from the ground up, like they're doing in Altoona with 1361, they could definitely get a GG1 running again. Government subsidized, yeah, that's how I thought. It was. I know Conrail was Consolidated Rail, which is also government. You try to add a trip Northview. Oh wow. 49.35. Oh geez. Oh, this poor engine's having issues going over the bridge. Oh, poor guy. Here, I'm going to grab the other steam engine that's in the other side of the room. I'll be right back, guys. Let me get this guy some more power. There we go. Now we're flying. All right. Whew. All right. So this is another model power engine, and I believe this is a mountain engine. Check that out. So it's a what's that? A 282, and from the last I heard, it's a mountain engine. So pretty cool. All right, so another fancy box from the model power. Look at this. On top, I wrote, when I was a kid, I wrote new in pencil, so I could tell which one was which, because the Mikado right there, that was a birthday gift from many, many, many years ago, and it's pretty crazy. GG1, yes, they do. They're called PCBs. I believe it's the way the transformers would be cooled. And the thing is, with PCBs, it's just like everything else that's a hazmat. It's like if you leave it alone and don't get near it or touch it, don't bother it, it will leave you alone. But a lot of transformers this day still have PCBs in them, like up on poles and stuff. It's a pretty nasty carcinogen. But the thing is, there's a lot other stuff in this world that is bad too. If they've restored one, I mean, they could do everything correctly. They could definitely do it. It's the government. They can figure it out. There's probably worse stuff buried in the ground that we don't know about. It's the same with, it's not only the GG1 that use PCBs. You have the rectifier locomotives, like your, oh man, I forgot what they're called. Like the EP5s, your EP5s, I think EP7s, and other E units or rectifier locomotives. They also, yes, thank you, E33s. They definitely have them as well, because the one at the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum across the street from Strasburg, their rectifier engine, they said they could use it. It would work. It would work on their tracks to this day, but they're not allowed to because the PCBs. It's dangerous. So K5 LLA on a GG1. Yeah, I mean, there's so many other things they could do. Honestly, all they need is that body style. Just take up the body style. It's all we want. Honestly, put on a working frame and just say, hey, we needed to anyways. What's the best way I could say this? They could basically take the shell of a GG1 and put it on a new frame and just say, hey, it's for safety standards. Exactly. Just take the shell off. I know that's a lot. That's a lot of work and labor, and I know it's not as easy as popping off the shell of like one of these toy trains or model trains. These are model trains, not toys, but they're my toys. But to say, hey, we had to build a new frame, a new wheel set because of the roller bearing restrictions. We wanted to run on Class 1 railroads. So we had to upgrade the frame, upgrade the roller bearings, upgrade all of the internals to modern parts. And I think all of us would be fine with that. I think all of us would think that's better than seeing them just rust away. Yeah. I mean, it's just heartbreaking. I know it's easily said than done, but All right, let's get this guy rolling around. Uh-oh, wheel slip. Oh, a lot of wheel slip. Come on, you're a mountain engine. What are you doing? No? Can you do it? Oh, poor guy. Let's go. Maybe you need some help. Can you do it? Maybe there's some like oil on the tracks or something. Let's see. Yeah, my tracks are dirty. Come on, you can do it. Go, go, go. Hey, Matt. We're having some struggles over here. It's a mountain engine. It can't make it up this little hill. Look at this. This is full power. Go, go, go. Wait, I have an idea. We're going to get cool with this. Let's see if this will work. I'm going to try to do this. Oh, wait, we can't because the couplers are different. Shoot. Well, oh, you know what? I wonder if this ornamental coupler on this can attach to the ornamental coupler on here. Let's see. We're going to make history here. Let's do this. You got this. You can do it. All right. Will it work? This is ridiculous. I can't see the track. All right, let's see. Can I get these to couple? Oh, they're in. Okay, let's see what happens. Will one run? Would you look at that? Oh, we have a derail. I'll have to pick it up when it comes back. Oh, no. Oh. All right, where are you derailing at? All right, the tender's off the track. That's not good. Okay, next. There we go. Okay, I think we're good now. Oh, he said peace. He left him alone. Look at this. Oh, man, this is great. Let's try that again. Of course, the whole train derailed. All right. Okay, let's try that. Let's do that. All right, can it make it? Oh, it's the incline. Oh, that's a great idea. I've done this in Train Simulator. I know it will work. Oh, man. Have any of you guys out there played Train Simulator before, by any chance? And if you remember which one it was, if it was like Trains or the newer one that they have, there we go. That is so messed up, but it works. Thanks, Brian. Oh, man. That's hilarious. You know what's even more messed up is that the trains are in order by age. So first you have the steam age, the diesel age, the Penn Central age, then the Conrail. So it's kind of screwed up. Haven't played it, never. Haven't played it yet, but would like to. See, I've heard that Trains, Trainz by Arion or Iran, that's like the best train sim because here, I'm going to turn these guys off. So apparently it's like the best train sim because you can do like goofy stuff. I used to play Trains Simulator 2008, I believe it was 2008 or 2006. That was a lot of fun because you could actually like hook up cars and things and then run the trains down a hill and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun. Hey, Matt, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great night. Have a great week. Apparently, they came out Trains 20. I think it's or no, sorry, Trains 2018. Apparently, that's very popular. Flame. There's a video I watched. The operator opened up notch 8. Flame started shooting out. Oh my god, that's great. Yeah, have you guys ever seen it? It's called the Bird Burner. It's an oil or I think it's the gas turbine from Union Pacific. That's they nicknamed it the Bird Burner because when they would fire it up, it would actually shoot out a fireball. And apparently, it, like one day, it got into like a flock of birds and it like lit them all on fire. So I think that's pretty crazy. But yeah, literally an engine called the Bird Burner. Let me take this off of here. I mean, that is a lot of weight for this little engine. You have an idea. Do a horseshoe curve up in here. Spin you around. Oh. Now, I actually had a really, really nice set of Lehigh Valley Alcos, but I gave them to a friend of mine that actually has a YouTube channel. His channel is the Train Seekers. I know the grammar sounds kind of messed up, but he is building an N-scale layout, and he has a very personal connection with the Lehigh Valley. It's part of his family's history. And I said, well, I have some Lehigh Valley engines. I don't run N-scale anymore. Why would I ever need those? But I gave them to him, and I'm really happy that they're in a great home. So I don't miss them, but they were a gift. But they're in a great home, and I don't run a whole lot of Lehigh Valley stuff. I've got the old Lino Lehigh Valley hoppers, like the coal hoppers or gondolas, but that's about it. But you know what? He's going to enjoy them a lot more than me, and I'm really glad he's able to build a layout to keep his family history going. All right. There we go. Uh-oh. I'll just show you guys one of my favorite things to do. Oh. Let's see. All right, there goes one. It's like, why not, right? Oh, he's catching up. Eventually, one of them will catch up to the other. Oh, he's getting so close. Look. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. All right. I guess there's a reason why one's an A unit, one's the B unit. So second place. On the inside, these are exactly the same motors. I've gotten these apart recently because when I took these to Centralia to run, and with the whole group, we were there for a meetup for Adam Tereska's channel, and I ran these in the back of the trunk of the vehicle that I have, and these had a bunch of hair in them. So one of these, I don't know if it was like human or dog hair. So I think it was like my old dog or something, but one of these was clogged up completely. Hey, Edward, how's it going? Gomez Adams. No, not tonight. I'm not in my normal studio space because of the heat and all that good stuff. So I decided to run some N scale downstairs, nice and cool. And we haven't had any internet issues since. So welcome to the stream. Anyone else joining in that's new to the channel, welcome to the Monday Runday Live. Been running a bunch of old N scale stuff that I've had since I was really young. Can actually run some of these guys, little ore cars. And this is my portable setup. So this is all powered off of a battery. I'm not plugged into the wall or anything. There's just a potentiometer hooked up to the track. And the battery, it's an 11.5 volt output, 3 amp hour battery. It works really well. And actually, the battery on the inside of here was left on for, 2 weeks now because I brought this to Altoona. So when I opened it up, the battery was still on. And I haven't ran this since we've gotten back from Altoona. So the battery has been on for 2 weeks straight and still has power. Power pack. Let's see. I think it's just a Amazon. It's going to sound really bad. I believe it's just a Chinese company that makes these cheap power packs. There's the side of it. We still have 4 out of 5 bars on here on the light. It's called Talent Cell. There's the bottom of it. Whoops. Talent Cell batteries. Output DC 12.6 volts output, 3 amps max. So it's perfect for this. I can actually get the engines to crawl and everything too. I'll get some cars on here and I'll give you guys a run through. But I think it's just one of those companies that kind of just pop up on Amazon. They're there for a couple weeks and then they change the name, or a different factory's making them. But I believe it was only like $15 or so for the battery. And has a USB, what do you call it? It has a USB output to charge like your phones and stuff. And then the output I'm using on it is actually for, let's see, it connects. Like the output is the same input you use to charge. How's the power controlled? Yeah, this is completely homemade other than the circuit card. The circuit card in the lid, this is just a potentiometer. It's just a DC voltage potentiometer with an LED light. So it cuts on when the power, once it clicks, you get a light. Yeah, I built this little box to hold. Basically, it can hold up to one set of cars, a couple cars, a locomotive, and then one loop of this Kato track. Like all this track can fit inside of this box on top of a locomotive and a couple cars. And I got this to travel with if I go to rail fan sites, or if I like to run trains down in the living room. Yeah, no DCC or anything like that, but I'm sure you could hook it up to be DCC. Just might need a little bit more power. Hey, Brian, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great week. All right, let's see. Just running a bunch of goofy trains and things. Nothing too crazy. All right, here's an ore train with a lot more power than what it needs with a Union Pacific caboose. Looks like we've got Union. Well, actually, here, I'll bring you guys around. All right, let's see. It's a powered A, powered B unit. You have Union Pacific, Sioux Line, Great Northern, and Northern Pacific. A lot of Pacifics. And then we have a Union Pacific caboose. Little Western, Bachmann Western set caboose. And then the other thing is to switch the polarity or switch direction. And you just move the banana jacks that I installed on the back. Keep it nice and simple. Lead ore is heavy. That's true. Yeah, it looks like we have, let's see what's in these. Maybe like iron, coal, and more iron. Yeah, it could be a heavy train. Yeah, I used to run, I've got the old West cars upstairs. I'm not going back to the attic to grab anything else. It's too darn hot up there. But the caboose, I used to run with the Wild West cars. I think I had 2 combo West cars and a coach. I think it was 3 in total. And those were a lot of fun. I used to run those on the upper line on my N scale table when I was growing up. Oops. Let's see. We can actually add some more cars I haven't brought out yet. These are cheaper way cheap cars. Who made these? Doesn't say on them. But I had issues with these for a while. They're just merchandise cars. Yeah, I was gonna say, front windows in the B are much smaller than the A. Yeah, yeah, it's so cool. Like if you ever looked inside of a B unit, if they ever have the door open on these and you look straight through, you can actually see the controls and everything. It's really cool. They had a B unit open at the B&O Aero Museum, but I'm not sure what they did with it. It went with that EMC engine that they were restoring, but you could actually look right down the corridor of the B unit and see the controls just sitting there. Got to check out some of the sound equipped N-scale locomotives. They've got some really impressive sound. Yeah, here's a great example. This truck fell off. Like I said, these are just cheap cars I bought in a set a while back. Just got to put the pin back in it. But yeah, I did contemplate on getting I think it was a GP9 with the sound package and everything. I just couldn't afford it right now. I've got some other projects going on, and I was trying to get some newer locomotives before the Altoona trip. It just didn't happen. So I ended up just getting one new locomotive, which is this Alco right here. Got this guy, and then I got the Penn Central, this other Penn Central car, and then the three of the Conrail beer haulers, 60-foot beer cars. All right. Oh, look at that. Oh, no. Great quality cars we have here. Oh, man. Where's the pin? There it is. Man, it's such a shame. They look really nice, but then just the way they're constructed is just total garbage. I thought about gluing these pins in. Oh, come on. Trying to get this pin back in. There we go. There we go. Let's try this one more time. Good. I'm going to couple up and cooperate. All right. I feel like one of these is off now. Nope, we're good. Shoo. Yeah, a friend of mine actually just bought some new HO stuff, and he was like, yeah, Nick influenced me. They were just like, really? It's like, you're a bad influence. So funny. Huh, we just got a heat advisory. Well, that's great. All right. I'd rather get a cold advisory than a heat advisory. All right. And here's the other merchandise cars that came with the same set. It was a box of 4. Oh, that one's off. Good. I got some weight on there. And we need, well, we'll give this guy a run. Whoops. All right. There we go. That should work. All right, let's give this a try. And this engine, surprisingly, this little Alco, well, it's actually a big Alco. This is from the 1970s, so I'm really surprised. It's actually an MRC from the 1970s. I think it's a 1974. Runs a little crunchy, but it's kind of old. Pretty cool. All right. This engine is actually, I think it's a dual motor. It goes pretty fast. It's got a lot of power to it. Oops. You get on the crawl. Oh, whoops. We want cruising speed here. There we go. Yeah, I'm actually planning on bringing this to a couple of my other railroad adventures coming up. Thought about this weekend because they're running some other trains locally. I might bring this down to a park and run them and film this while filming the trains going by. So I thought that'd be a lot of fun. And this is also the travel kit I'm going to bring possibly to like train shows and things like that. If I ever um, purchase a table at a train show, I'd definitely run this around all day. So, yeah, I mean, it's all part of the plan of, just running trains, bringing them all over the place, traveling with them. I mean, I definitely bring like an O scale loop as well. And I am planning on going to a couple train shows this year if they happen locally. I'm not driving like, 4 hours away for a train show, things like that. But there are some items I'd like to sell at a train show, and this would be a really cool piece to have up in a booth to show people how it works and things like that. Yeah, it's like so crazy. I'm just trying to. Oh man. Hey, Wicked, how's it going? Welcome back. Oh wow. So live stream reportable layout about this size and If I remember. Oh, Double O. Okay. Yeah, there's one guy's channel. YouTube has basically drugged me to know. It's Sam's Trains. It's got a really really cool channel, and he runs all Double O, which I believe is HO. It's just what they call it over there because he still has a lot of Bachman and Hornby. It's like Bachman, Hornby, and oh, what's the other? There's a bunch of other trains that he has, but it's really cool. Like his channel has grown, um, all over the world, and I believe he's in England, but he runs mostly European railways, like Great Western, and what's the other one he's got a lot of? I totally forgot of the other road names over there, but Great Western's one of his favorites. Yeah, Sam's Trains is really cool. He seems like a really interesting guy. I wish he did like I wish he did like a StreamYard type of thing. Double O is slightly larger but uses HO track. Oh, sweet. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting take on trains. I think he has some American style locomotives and things like that, or American road names and models. But it's just so cool to see like someone overseas really getting into something, and um, you know, it's a learning experience because I'm used to seeing like American engines, American road names, things like that. But you go to a channel like that, you get to experience something completely different of how they the verbiage of things like they call you know like brakeman shacks, things like that, or buffers, like just things you don't really hear over here as much. All right, let's try to get. So I'm gonna give this guy a break. He's been doing a lot of work. Is it warm? No. Still smells good. Doesn't smell like it's burning up on me. Yeah, let's give this guy a run. Another Alco for an Alco. There we go. Yeah, I love this engine. This is a Milwaukee Road. I believe it's an RS2, and it's really quiet, runs so smooth, and I think it's a Kato engine, and it's just all around great runner. Listen to that. Can't even hear it. It does have a little bit of issues going around the bridge. It might stop on the bridge. Oh. Nope, it's going. Very nice. Fairbanks? Fairbanks. Whoa. Oh, I love Fairbanks. They're cool. They came up with is it the Fairbanks Morse engines at the Train Masters? Double O started because motors at the time would not fit into British locomotives. So the scale was changed so that it could fit. Oh, that's so cool. Oh wow, it is Fairbanks Morse. That is so awesome. Yeah, it's one locomotive I yet, you know, I I know where one is. Like they have a Reading Fairbanks Morse at an antique shop that's not too far away. That I'd love to pick up, but they want a little too much for it, and it doesn't have sound or anything like that. But they want over $100 for it, and it's in Lionel. Uh, I think it's the scale too. It's pretty big, but it's a Train Master. and it has an electronic horn. I think it's a Reading. Yeah, it's a Reading locomotive, but it's in the same colors of like Pensy. So it's like the same like dark green, like this, just like this engine here. But instead of Pennsylvania, it says Reading going across. I really would like to pick it up, but like I said, it's $100 or so, and it's been there for about a year. So I'm hoping, by the time I get the money for it, I'll be able to pick it up. But it's MPC era, so it's probably from like the early 90s or so. But yeah, it's really cool. Not sure what he did. Yeah, I'm sure they had tons and tons of jobs at the time. I'm not sure. Did Fairbanks make? No. I was thinking about Fairmont. They made the speeders, the rail speeders. Those are Fairmont. Uncle was an engineer for Milwaukee Road. Hey, this is Milwaukee Road right here. There you go. It's got the little logo going right there. And then also, where is it? Which one of these says it? There you go. No, wait. Oh, I got confused. It's so funny. So I have an ore hopper upstairs. That's Milwaukee Road. That's why I got confused between them. Just saw an announcement from Rapido that they're doing a U-25B. Oh, a U-boat. That's cool. And Frisco would be one of the road names offered. Frisco, hey. Yeah, they're really cool. Like, I don't really see a lot of Frisco stuff or Sioux Line. I always like the Sioux Line logo. It's got the dollar sign for the S, or at least I think it's a dollar sign. I thought it was brilliant, The Alco is RS3 identified by the battery box behind the cab. Note the long hood. It's normally front or RS series. Let me check it out. Oops. Brum. All right. So the batteries, I assume, would be, well, let me get something to point at it. The battery boxes, I'd assume, would be right here, correct? These guys right in here. I believe that's where they keep batteries. And it's actually crazy. I was looking through a bunch of old archives of local railroads, and they have a photograph of this exact locomotive right here in behind the Milwaukee Road in Penn Central colors flying through in Cockeysville, Maryland. So hopefully you guys might be able to see this. Let's see. Turn the light all the way off. Whoops. Let's do that. So there it is in real life, going through Cockeysville right there. Pretty cool. Had them underneath. Oh, okay. Got it. All right. Yeah, I know this is a larger, a definitely larger engine compared to the other stuff, but I think this is a full scale. It's definitely a large piece. Yeah, that where that Penn Central was the old Pennsylvania Railroad main line. Other than the Northeast Corridor, they actually had two main lines going up from Baltimore to York or Baltimore to Harrisburg, but eventually they dumped the other main line, went full on Northeast Corridor, and then they put in the East-West branch. And there's actually from my understanding, there was another east-west branch that used to go by Columbia, which is now Norfolk Southern. But that Norfolk Southern branch was electrified. It was fully, um, equipped with overhead, uh, I can't think of this stuff right now. Pantograph lines or, catenary lines. There we go. I'm so sorry. Had a brain fart there. But yeah, it's fully equipped catenary lines, fully electrified. They used to run the rectifier engines and also GG1s across that line as well. There's tons and tons of pictures of it. But that line is no longer electrified. They took all the wires down and left the poles. So if you're ever around the Susquehanna River area, crossing over to Columbia, and you turn your head left and right, you'll see the catenary lines, but you won't see any wires. And it's now a Norfolk Southern east-west route to I believe the Harrisburg terminal area, but it's strictly freight. But it's still pretty cool. I've walked around there before. It's pretty scary because of the rails are up on a giant berm, and that was actually an infrastructure project. So it was really, really cool to see. What was it? When I was there last, so basically, when I filmed the Point Rock Tunnel, which is located in Columbia, they were saying that because of flooding and the Conowingo Dam, they had to move the rails out, and they basically built the rails up on backfill to prevent flooding and things like that from the Susquehanna River. So they abandoned the tunnel in the 1940s, like right around World War II, to move the rails out to put in a double main line. And eventually, I believe it went to a triple main line. So it's pretty cool, all that history. The PRR is a high-nose Century. The loco is too dark to see. Oh, here. I got a light on the camera. Love these webcams. They're so cool. Oops. There you are. I don't have the box anymore. It came in a broken plastic shell. But it is green. It's like a very, very dark Pensy green. Is that the Brunswick green? If that helps. Whoops. Oh, fell over. Does it say on the bottom? Nope. Nope. But yeah, this is an MRC, which is really cool. I wasn't aware they made locomotives. I've got an MRC transformer upstairs that is what is it? It's a MRC dual power for my O scale stuff. Works great. I just don't have it up right now. It's I've got another transformer in there taking its place. Hey Randall, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great week. Stay safe. Here, I'm going to run these guys around a little bit more. I'm going to call the stream at 11-ish because I've got to wake up as well for tomorrow. Got to wake up nice and early for work. Whoops. Here, I'll exchange this out for the, I believe it's the Mikado. It's over here. Don't want to drop these guys. These model powers are really fragile. A lot of parts. All right, that's on there. That's good. Here we go. Whoops. Tender's not on. That's important. Oops. All right, I think we're hooked on. Barely. Look at that. Oh, she said no. Here, I'm going to put these cars back. Like I said, these merchandise cars are kind of a pain, but they do look pretty. I give them that. They are nice looking cars, you know. And I know they're not Bachmann. I know I've had some issues with Bachmann in the past, but not Bachmann. All right, there's that one. Put these back. Does anyone else in the chat run HO or N scale by any chance? Other than, I know Jamie runs N scale as well. She's got a bunch of videos up on her channel of some of the newer stuff that she's getting into with Kato. Really nice looking stuff. Transition era centuries are second gen. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I'll have to definitely look into that locomotive because it's definitely interesting looking, and I want to get to know more about. I want to get to know these locomotives and things like that. So if I see them, I can identify them. But I know it's a constant battle because they come out with trains all the time, or I always end up digging something up. That's how it is. Wicked, freezing cold in the base. N scale. Okay. Nice. Oh yeah. So yeah, Jamie picked up a GG1 at Neely's Train Shop, which I'll be doing an in-depth review of the cars I got from him or from his shop in Altoona. Great shop. I definitely recommend checking it out. Anyone who visits Altoona, check out Neely's Train Shop. You'll be in there for a while. It's got tons of new and used rolling stock motive power, accessories, and more. So currently HO reconstruction era. Oh, sweet. All right. Whoops. Here, I gotta couple that up. Yeah, my HO collection is a couple of things. I just gave all of my trains away to another friend, another YouTube friend of mine, but they're in a great home. There we go. We'll run some of these around a couple times, and we'll call it. Hot and sweaty. Nah, I'm good. Upstairs was awful in the attic. That's why we moved down here for tonight. A little bit of change in pace, but I think it's been successful. I mean, there's been tons of people in here. You guys have been a lot of fun to talk to, and I'll try to come up with some other plan for next week's stream. Hopefully, it's a little bit cooler upstairs. But this was a good backup plan. I was not expecting to do this tonight. So we can get this on the track in time. Oh. I think it was derailed. Oh, it is derailed. I'm not sure, but Kato stuff's pretty nice for the most part. I've heard mixed things about Kato stuff, but oh, whoa! All right, take this guy off. Let's see. We can do. Hey, we're running the passenger set one more time. Gondolas. Oh, cool. All right, let's run. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, the GG1 is not in operating status right now. The N scale GG1, that is. Derailed it still faster. Exactly. I was just thinking the same thing. It's like, dang. Still going for it, you know? Oh, wow. 8-car set. Oh. We'll put the combo mail car or the U.S. mail in the middle. Why not? All right. Party in the front, business in the back. So it's complete opposite of what it would be. It should be like business in the front, party in the back. Actually, technically, we do have party in the back. This is the observation car all the way in the back. Oops. Come on. There we go. Well, nope. I'm going to cheat and pull this back. Oh, there we go. So technically, look, guys, we do have business in the front and party in the back because that's the observation car. I can't say the joke. I know. That's all good. Keep it PG. Yeah, I remember when we got these model power steam engines, especially this guy back here. I believe that's the Mountain engine. They're like, oh yeah, they have steel boilers. They pull a ton of cars and everything. And I'm just kind of like, I guess. I mean, this one's doing all right, but yeah. And operative G. Yeah, he was in here earlier. I told him, he's like, did you say GG1? I was like, yeah, but mine's like, it needs weight added to it. I need to open up the shell and see if I can fit some like maybe some like pasted weights or something in there, or glue some non-metallic weights in there. Maybe that would help. And also the wheels need to be cleaned up and traction tires. It came with this set of cars. They're all Atlas. It's just it has no weight to it. Like the GG1 that Jamie bought, it was so much heavier and such a so much better quality model. Here, let's crank this up. Let's go fast. Or that's as fast as it can go. Ton more trees. Yeah, we always need trees. All right. Pull her into the station here. Unitrack full layout now. I'll be using it exclusively. Yeah, I'm happy with this kit. Kato track for sure. All right. Let me raise you guys up. Oops. And that one's good too. All right. Spin myself around so you guys can see me real quick. Turn the light off. All right, everyone. So I'd like to thank you all for joining me in the stream tonight. Sorry about the circumstances of the stream, but we're here. We had a great time. I want to thank you all for joining me in the stream. I've got to get to bed. It's a little bit after 11. But yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by, and very nice floor. Yeah, that is. Thank you so much. That is the floor. It's they're 120 some years old, so that is the floor. That's not like a hardwood over top. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Had such a great time, and we made do for what we had, and I'm hoping next week will be a lot cooler upstairs. We won't have internet problems or computer problems, all that. And as content creators, we always have to get over these hurdles and things like that. But anyways, if you guys are watching the replay or if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And thank you so much for all the likes. We have 15 likes on this stream. So thank you all for your support. Until next time, everyone, happy railroading. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.